This is the guy at Georgia Outdoors. We're about to head out there in the pond behind me and go after some crappie. We're gonna keep it pretty simple today while we're fishing. I've got just a Zebco on a 5-foot pole. I've got a kayak, just something cheap that you'd get from Walmart. It is not even designed for fishing, but since we're not gonna be doing a whole lot of casting, I think it'll work. And I got a couple dozen live minnows, and we're just gonna be putting them on a hook under a split shot. We're gonna be fishing them slow. Hopefully, in a perfect world, we get about a dozen crappie for dinner tonight, but we're about to get there and try it. If this works, I'll be amazed. I don't even have a kayak paddle. I can't even get both of my feet into this kayak with my bait full of minnows. So this is how I'm fishing, with 1 foot out. It's not because I'm relaxing right here, I can promise you that. But we're gonna make it work. Because I fish this pond most of my life, I know a lot of the underwater topography without needing a depth finder. I know the deep spots, the shallow spots, and directly in front of the kayak is an underwater, a whole line of trees that used to be standing, but they have died out. There's a lot of underwater structure, and it's pretty deep here, so this is gonna be some of the areas that I target to begin with. This next, I would say, about 100 yards straight in front of my paddle. We're just gonna let the wind drift us along. The Zebco Omega is worth every dollar that you spend on it. It's a little bit more expensive, but worth every dollar. I'll show you this hook we're going to be using. This is a true turn. You see how it's got a little bit of a bend in it, and that's supposed to put the pressure to where, or it's supposed to turn the hook to where the pressure is. So it kind of cams or shifts in their mouth, and we're going to put it under about 6 inches under a couple split shots. Now normally if I was trolling, I would hook them through the mouth, but since I'm kind of fishing them low and slow, I'll hook them straight through the back. It's going to be my method of choice, and we're just going to drop them down. Okay, we're going to switch up a little bit. Sometimes this fishing is not always finding out what works, but what doesn't work. I'm not liking the way this minnow is not really getting a good live action, because I am drifting a little too much in the wind, so we're going to hook him in the oh boy, there's a stick right there. I just thought it was a snake. If you just see me jump, that's what it was happening. We're gonna switch it up. I was hooking him through the back, and he was kind of getting drug a little bit more because of the wind. So we went through the mouth, and that's going to give us a little bit more of a swimming action as we're trolling, which may be what we're looking for. There we go. I threw it behind me and I'm trying to get something else, and I got my first one of the day. What we got? What we got? What we got? Turning me around here. Okay, what we got? Good fighting. Having a light tackle. Well, not what we came for. But pretty bass. That is ideal eating size, and I love a good bass. So that was pretty cool. We're gonna throw him in the bottom of the kayak with us. All right, we're changing up tactics. I have added a cork, and we're gonna let the wind just literally carry us down. I was getting a lot of grass on the bottom. We're gonna see if this method will be a little better for us. Not my best day of fishing. There he is, right there. I think he was there the whole time. He wouldn't take the cork under. Well, yeah, he's been there for a while with it. He just wouldn't swallow my hook. And normally we don't keep them all this size, but we're trying to get this pond right. All right, I just did a fresh battery change, and we're gonna be doing some trolling now. See if we can't locate them that way. We're gonna get the fishing pole going out this direction right there. right there. Keep an eye on it. See if we can do a little trolling. Easing back to where we put the kayak in. Oh, I got a fish. Got a fish too. Look at that right there. And the geese are flying over. And I got a fish. That one might be a crappie there. Let's see what we got here. Look at that right there. My goodness, my goodness. That is what I came for. Look right there. What a crappie. I got to get the camera back further away to get him in there. And what it took was, that is a two-hander right there. What it took was me trolling a little bit. Look at that. That's a pretty fish. And I'm in the sketchy kayak. But that's as pretty as a crappie. That's what we call a slab right here. Put him down there. All right, here's one. There's one right there. There's one right there. There we go. What we got? 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 He's coming in. He's coming in. Coming in. What we got? What we got? Another crappie. Yes, sir. Not as big as the first one, but that trolling appears to be the way to do it today. Trolling in a kayak. I have never trolled in a kayak before. There we go. And that's what we came here for. Specks, perch, paper mouth, crappie, crappie, whatever you want to call them. I call it fun, and I'm going to call it dinner. All right, there's something right there. And there we go. Got him. Got him. That's another crappie. I can tell by the way he's fighting. Another crappie. Look at that one. That might be bigger than my first one. Get him in here. My battery died on the GoPro right as I was bringing him out the water. But that was another slab crappie. Last minute. I'll take it. But I'll get some more footage of him later. He's in the bottom of the kayak somewhere. There he is, there he is, there he is. And got him. Got him. That's fighting. That's kind of fighting like a bass there. It's hard to tell. Yep, I could tell on that one, but look here. I'm not complaining. Bass, actually, in my opinion, I prefer eating them this size better than crappie. But I was just targeting crappie today. But one more thing about crappie is sometimes they will get spooked out of an area. You can either wait them out or go. There they are. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There he is. There he is. That is fighting more like a crappie. Nope, another bass. Another bass. Look at that, one after another. I'm gonna throw this one back. I got enough bass. I want to try to catch me at least one more crappie. Right there, come on. Come on. There we go. I think a crappie. I think crappie. And what do I got? Crappie, yes sir, right here. Another slab. Oh my goodness. Boy, these are some. Yes sir, I did got one smaller. Another slab, yes sir. Right at dark, my goodness. These are some of the biggest consistent average size that I've caught in here in a while. All right, I think I got enough fish with that one. Now I'm just gonna fun catch for a few more until dark. These little offset hooks or true turn or whatever you want to call them, been pretty pleased with them so far. Popped under, there he is, there he is. Missed him. Come on, leave it right there in the strike zone. Come on, take it, take it, take it, take it. I don't know if you can see that swimming, but he is playing with it. And not yet under, and now it's under. Here we go. There he is. There he is. I'm in the hole, Pop. Boy, look at that one. Look at that, Pops. Yeah, he ain't quite as big as some of them other ones I caught, but I got enough right now. I'm gonna throw these back from now on, unless you want a couple.
I don't, I'm good.
Yeah, me too. I got enough.
And, I'm planning on coming again maybe
Another pretty one. Oh, there he is. There he is right there. Oh my goodness, this has been that's a good size fish. I think it's a crappie, but he's a pretty good size. Pretty good size. I can tell how I got my line bent over. Look at that. The crappie bite is insane right now. I've already kept what I want for dinner. So I'm just having that foot out has really helped me out right here. I'm holding on to this little limb. That has been insane, one after another. And guess what? One more. I always got to go one more. We're going to clean these fish up. I'll show you how I clean a bass, and I'll show you how I clean a crappie. And then we're going to do a taste test. My niece Brooklyn's coming over, and a lot of times crappie get a lot of love about being such a good fish, and bass get this stigma of not being something that more of a sport fish and not something you really eat. But I really love eating bass. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean them up. We're going to fry them up the same exact way, and we're going to see which one she likes better. This is my trusty fillet knife, and this is actually, if I'm not mistaken, the bread blade. It's not real sharp, but it works perfect for cleaning fish. I love it. I've been using this same one for many years. I'll show you a bass first, then I'll show you a crappie. With my bass, I like to go right in this area and cut straight down until I feel the spine, and then make a 90-degree turn. Sometimes you got to work it just a little bit because of those rib bones. Be sure not to cut all the way through. Flip it over. There you go. So it's a pulling and pushing action. Then I take the knife and follow the rib section right here, because you don't want those bones there. And there you go, as simple as that. And that right there fries up as good as any fish in freshwater, in my opinion. All right, there is the bass. Let's try the crappie. Crappie, very similar. It is not quite as a firm fish, but similar cut. You do want to go a little bit further this way because there's plenty of meat over that gill plate. Turn. You gotta be careful because you will cut through the back if you ain't careful. Don't go through. Flip over. There you go. Got a female here. Cut the ribs. There you go. All right, we got all the fish cleaned up. We got them boneless, skinless. This is our bass. This is our crappie. Kind of hard to tell the difference just looking at them, but I have a feeling they're going to taste a little different when we cook them. So we'll do a blind taste test in just a few minutes. All right, we just fried the fish, and in one of my previous videos, a viewer said, why don't you try battering your fish in mustard before you fry them? And that has been my go-to recipe. So I used some Tony Chachere's, coat them in mustard, then batter them in flour, and then we get them in the grease. Here's my best tip for frying crappie is when you get them in the grease and frying them, cook them as long as you would cook your normal fish, and then go another minute or two longer, because they're such soft and texture fish, they need that extra cooking to firm up a little bit. But we got the, after I cooked the crappie, we cooked the bass as well. That way I could do a taste test and kind of separate them. I was gonna let Brooklyn come, but she ain't quite made it yet, so I may have to do the taste test myself. But we're about to take them out the grease, and we're gonna do the official Guide to Georgia Outdoors taste test. This is the crappie, and in full disclosure, it's never been one of my favorite fish to eat in the world, but here we go. I'm remembering why it's not my favorite. Not a bad taste at all, it's just the texture is not real firm. Softer fish, even when I fried it extra, still didn't quite give me that toothiness from a fish that I really like. Now it's time for the bass, and I'm no stranger to bass. It's one of my favorite fish to eat, so here we go. Hot there. Oh yeah. That right there is not even in the same ballpark. I know I'm gonna get some hate in the comment section below, but the bass is so much better to me than the crappie. But this trip was one of those last minute trips, and over the years, those have been some of the best times I've ever had on the water when you weren't planning it. You didn't have all your fancy gear. I had one fishing pole and just a couple of hooks and some sinkers and one cork in my pocket. The bite was not, it was hard to find the bite, but when I got onto it, I was able to get some crappie enough for dinner tonight. If you haven't picked up one of our hats, we've got navy blue and we have gray. There was a PayPal link below that you can follow to get you a hat. If that doesn't work for you, message me at G2GO2021 and we'll see if we can work out some other arrangements to get you a hat. We still have a few left, so go ahead and pick you one up. But until the next video, I hope you enjoyed this one. Hit that subscribe button. And it's been the unofficial and no doubt incomplete guide to Georgia Outdoors.